this lately?
Get ready for a slobbing time.
Yes. The talk of the town.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world. As I look to my right, I see Paco Amana Loco.
Yeah.
That motherfucker. We got Chris Klay back from vacation. The safety net. Easy.
Yeah.
AKA Klay Woodson.
Kris.
In the building.
Yes, sir.
So what's up, y'all guys? What's going on?
What's going on with you, man?
It's been 2 weeks, Chris Klay. I'm past this vacation, man. I didn't like it. We did not like it. Don't do that shit again.
Yeah.
Do it again. Enjoy yourself.
It wasn't in the budget.
You know what I'm saying?
I had a splurge, man.
That's check the
I had a
book.
splurge.
You enjoy yourself, bro?
I did. Got some sunshine and relaxation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Never be mad at
Can't be mad at that. It's about Chris Klay and I'm on vacation, man. You gotta do that.
Yeah.
Yourself sometimes out there, people. Go have
that.
fun.
Gotta do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Recharge.
Got something for you in a second there. I don't know, guys. Where you wanna start?
Man, you have to start with the
slapping?
Yeah, we gotta get it out the way. It's been the talk on news everywhere.
You wanna get this slapping. You wanna start? I couldn't even get the poll result. You pulled the poll up.
Yeah, I didn't pull it.
Can you pull it up real quick and see what the results were?
Yeah.
He put a poll request.
I seen the poll.
Yeah. And the question was it? Oh, you got it.
There it is. Was Will Smith wrong for monkey slapping Chris Rock?
Monkey slap.
Oh, monkey here. What up, baby?
Whoa.
Family.
Whoa.
Look at that slip through.
We just get a guess.
Hold on, this
pop up.
Yeah, this is
He's
what
getting
it
on
was.
us. Oh my.
Man's upstairs sleeping.
I
I gave you that because that's that citrus sap. I know you like that shit.
Yeah, but
Cherry, sir?
but the question was Will Smith?
Hold on.
We got a special guest. Popped into the building. Came out of the cut.
Pull it up a little bit.
Came out of the cut.
He ain't mic'd up.
Man.
We got Charlie, a.k.a. Chucky Blaze, a.k.a. Chucky Knuckles, a.k.a. I will not call you that other word, a.k.a. Big, a.k.a. Big, Milk Dud.
Yo, maniac.
This guy, true, sir. You know what I'm saying? No, he came into an ocean there, so it's all good. So what was the question again?
The question was Will Smith wrong for monkey slapping Chris Rock?
And according to the group,
I mean, there was 3 choices: no, yes, or it was staged. And looks like we had 15 votes said no, and 9 votes said yes, and 3 said it was staged.
we'll go around the horn.
We'll start off Chris.
I always do.
He came back refreshed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be ready to pod.
I don't think it was staged, but I think in the moment, Will he really got checked by his wife because he started laughing and she gave him that look like, nah, nigga, that wasn't funny at all. You know what I mean? So he had to. At this point, with everything that's going on with him and her that's been in the news, I felt like him as a man said to himself, I have to do something and I have to do it now. If I wait to do it, you know what I mean, it really don't mean shit. I have to do it now. And he went up there, pulled back, put his knuckles on the ground, and open hand smacked the shit out of him.
That's it.
Like my man Parker.
Put his paw on him. That's
monkey
true definition.
smack.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know if I don't know if he was right or wrong, but I understand why he did. Mr. Jones?
Look, when did it become a thing to actually take a shot at a sick person? Hell no, he wasn't wrong. And the thing about it was, I'm glad it happened because it's been long overdue. You could take jokes, but you never take a shot at somebody that is sick, especially when you know the people involved. Like, that's been an open thing that's been going on way too long in comedy. So the fact that man smacked the slavery out of that man, yes, I did. I saw some Emancipation Proclamation come out the brother.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry. He shook it.
He reached for China.
Yeah, he did it. And Chris Rock shook it, but what he shook off was Nat Turner and Harriet Tubman. He shook both of them out of his head because he saw them.
I'm gonna give my brutal opinion. He was wrong. He knew he was wrong. and I'm gonna say it just like this. And it ain't about not sticking up for your woman. You know what I mean? Just being a professional and him being in the spotlight that he is, man. You gotta know when to choose and pick your battles, man. I ain't saying, okay, so he felt like his wife didn't like the joke when he was sitting there laughing at it at first. You know what I'm saying? She gave him the look like you said, you know, so that's just not a green light for me. I gotta see what this man's intent was. Because you see, just cracking a joke, at first I didn't even know it was a joke until I come to find out there is no G.I. Jane 2. Okay? Now, not because I was really I was lost. I was like, where is the joke at? I thought that she was playing a G.I. Jane. I didn't even know the movie wasn't out. So now I see where that, as far as that part goes. But myself, how I would have handled it, I would have been on the backstage waiting for him to come off the moment he came up off that stage. And then I'm going to approach him like, what was this about, man? You know, is this a punchline or is this just trying to get some ignorant, publicity off of, you know what I mean, a mishap or a medical condition, you know what I'm saying? Then I would have handled it right there. There ain't all damn right, I didn't do it in front of the millions. Okay, he came out lumped out. I don't know. The man, he fell. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it was just too big of a stage. He was wrong. That's why he apologized. I mean, whether it was he didn't come right until him right away. He apologized to everybody else but him. Like a day or two later, he gave him his apology. But
Pac, are you familiar with their whole little shit going on this past year?
Yeah, about a couple of years prior to that, he had made something else.
No. I'm talking about Will and Jay.
Oh about the red table and all that stuff.
The entanglement and all that.
Yeah.
See, that's why I feel like
that was a frustration slap, no doubt.
I feel like
some build up stuff. That you know what I'm saying?
But I what Chuck's saying, because you shouldn't do what you.
He took advantage of that situation too. He knew Chris Rock wasn't going to smack him back. Now, what if that had been Mike Tyson up there? He's a comedian, and he cracked that joke. You think Will Smith gonna go up there and just slap him? No, he felt comfortable with it. But he felt comfortable enough to go up there and slap this man, whether it's, you know.
But the whole thing for me is he felt comfortable saying. And at the end of the day, I get it. There's a lot of lanes open that you could joke about. But you don't joke about somebody's sickness, like he said. His wife gave him the nut. Right. That hurt. But again, I'm not trying to be on those songs, nothing like that. It's just, but that man knew he crossed the line when he made that statement. And he felt like a lot of comedians, put it this way, a lot of the comedians feel like, as long as I'm up here on the stage, I can't cross the line. That was a moment in history. No, you can't. And every comedian will think about it now, it makes them cross. How many times does a comedian make a joke and the crowd's like, that might have been a little bit too far. Right. And they get away with it. Look, man, there's only one time in life you gotta take to really hurt something of mine or somebody else's. And if you hurt a loved one, brother, you know that whole action consequence thing. So ain't the consequence can't be wrong when the act asks for it.
My take is gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be the same, but I'm gonna do something else, okay? When you're dealing with live television, just know before it hits television, there's a 15-second delay, okay? So, I'm gonna say right there, that did not have to be on TV. because it's the fifth. You see, when he was cursing in the crowd, they were bleeping him out. Okay, that's the 15-second delay. I'm saying, real or not, it didn't fucking hurt the Oscars at all.
That's why they let it go.
Their ratings were in the fucking shits. And then once, you know what I'm saying? Once that, because you gotta understand, that happened mid-show. And then once that, I was watching a show, a boxing program, right? And the young lady said, oh shit, Will Smith just smacked Chris Rock at the Oscars. I didn't even know it was the Oscars. That's for one. I didn't even know they was coming on. You know what I'm saying? I could say then they had a rating spike. That's a fact. Everybody stopped the fuck what they was doing and tuned into the Oscars.
Right.
I won't say it's staged. I'm gonna say it didn't hurt the Oscar. Now, as far as Will, the thing is, let me see if I can get this up. Because we've seen jokes. Let's see if I can get this up. Martin Lawrence.
Bro, oh my man at Love MTV. What's up, man? Give that a round of applause. And Todd won. What's up, Todd? You know what MTV? Todd won. You know what Todd Girl is, right? MC Light. And guess what? He got a tattoo on his chest, got MC Light on his shit. And I used to fuck her.
So let's not act like we don't cut ass in our community.
That I don't see how that's a joke.
Don't act like
that was just some. That wasn't a joke.
Just because it's Martin, I didn't say it was right. But listen, Martin did that shit on stage.
Yeah,
hit that motherfuckers down here, and Martin did a little run around backwards. Just in case you want to say
but I feel like.
Now hold on, real quick. That's what we do. Now, Will and Jada, if y'all don't put your shit out there, there's nothing to joke about. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Shut the fuck up. Keep your business off the streets so nobody will have the ammo to talk about you. You two up here putting stuff out there.
Table talk, man.
Yeah,
this girl,
but I feel
Jada messed with her son's best friend. Okay? She put that out there. What the?
Yeah.
She's the one.
So you think
that's on the table though?
Yes, but he didn't say nothing about that.
Once you're a public person, I understand. You're public.
Yeah.
All of that is on the table for me. But sickness is not. That's not. That's one thing. Your hair falling out, one sickness thing, that's not.
So I mean, all her hair really didn't fall out at this time. She shaved it bald and shine.
The joke was classic.
That's how she gonna be. You know what I mean? Her hair didn't all fall out. I mean, she had a big lot of, but she shaved her head.
Yeah, for a reason.
Yeah, for a reason. Yeah. I'm not saying that. Yeah, it wasn't like it was, and it all fell out.
This is not her condition. Is not making her hair fall out. She did that by choice.
Right. So
no. Her condition is making her hair fall out.
Yeah.
But she cut it down because what I'm saying is she's a woman. If you got bald, like I got alopecia, I got bald spots. You know what I mean? They'll just come out of nowhere. So what I'm saying is, if she got a full head of hair and bald spot here, bald spot here, bald spot there, that's why she took it down. So that's
what I'm saying. She's getting ready. Just already. This is what it's gonna be.
But
you know okay,
the joke was classic. Okay, we can do that.
Right, I agree.
Let's not act like we never seen this
something
before.
else to joke about. Yeah.
Let's act like we've never seen this before.
And that's glad that somebody got the shit smacked out of them on live TV.
Right. Some people don't like Chris Rock. Point blank, he does have it. He runs. Hey, he does that. That's what he's paid to
act
do.
like it ain't time that happened either. Because a lot of people cross the damn. Again, they crossed that damn path. They crossed the line, and nothing's ever happened. This is the first example that's gonna make everybody think.
But the question was he right?
We know what happened. We know how whether she was sick or not. When you cross the line, any joke you make, you're making a joke assuming that it's not going to react the way you want them to.
Well,
you just didn't think there was any.
I'm going by what Chris said. Okay? Now, keep going with that. Will was up there joking, laughingly joking. She gave him the look and power checked him. Okay?
Yeah, she hit a switch.
Absolutely.
And now, going with you, what you said. I'm see him back. I'll
be right back.
I'll see him backstage.
I'm going wait.
You know what I'm saying? I'll see him backstage. But I'm gonna give him some straightening. You know what I'm saying?
But that's my point.
I ain't saying that.
I'm gonna say it like this.
But see, Smoke, but your point, what you're saying, concur with what I'm saying, because I'm like, I think Will had to do what he did. I'm not saying right, wrong, you know what I mean? Because, like you said, we've seen that comedy thing 1,000 times over. That's what they're up there to do. It's a roast session when they're up there hosting.
Eddie Murphy, Mr. T.
Yeah, they're all on, but that's what it's set up for. So to his point, at some point, somebody's like, "Yo, you crossed the fucking line, and this was bound to happen." Boom, boom, boom. To his point, you know what I'm saying? Right thing to do. Maybe I'll be right back. I'm gonna meet him backstage. Before y'all even end, we're gonna talk about it. And that's that. And to Smoke's point, the motherfucking Oscars love every fucking minute of it. Because their fucking ratings went crazy.
Every bit of it.
You know what I'm saying? And even though the fucking Oscars are gonna suck next year, and it ain't gonna be the same thing, but a lot more people are gonna watch it next year.
All right, one more question real quick. Let's talk about Chris Rock.
What about
about taking the slap?
Hold on,
not
real quick.
Let's talk about that aspect of it.
And that's another thing. It does not hurt Chris Rock, and I'm gonna tell you why. And this is why there might be certain people that think it's staged, because Chris Rock is about to be on tour. Him and Kevin Hart. That's fucking material for days.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
He had
that don't hurt him neither. You see what I'm saying? He got material. Oh, did you? You know what I'm saying? Chris Rock is staying very quiet on the social networks right now. That is going to get used as material. You know what I'm saying? But you know how many people right now want to talk to Chris Rock?
They want to see how he's responding and how he's reacting. Look, he's selling out. He's going to sell out. He's selling it out.
He's going to sell out.
But listen.
So that goes with the
why it doesn't hurt him though? You know why it doesn't hurt him? Because he has a way bigger audience. What I mean by that is
he doesn't have a bigger audience than Will Smith.
No, I'm not saying this. No. But I'm saying they might have the same kind of audience. Put it that way. Like say if that's Corey Holcomb up there, and Will Smith goes up there and smacks the shit out of him, and he doesn't do nothing. Wait, no, and I'm saying Corey. But listen. Say Corey Holcomb doesn't do something. Oh, his career is fucking done.
Corey Holcomb did say something.
I know. But I didn't even hear it, but I heard he said something. But what I'm saying is, if he goes up there and smacks him and Corey Holcomb doesn't do anything, it's a way different reaction than Chris Rock. Chris Rock can use that as material. Corey Holcomb couldn't go in there and be like, Corey, Will Smith smack the shit out of it. It would be a whole different story.
Corey Holcomb would be
he still made the show go on, though. That's what I'm talking about.
So basically what you're saying is Chris Rock, he can take the smack because he was seen as a bit, so it doesn't matter if any way you want to look at it, check for what I'm talking about. Point, let me ask you this, because it's funny, because you said he's going on tour with Kevin Hart, right? Kevin Hart. Who was supposed to do this show? Was that last year Kevin Hart was supposed to do? And
he got canceled.
Right. So it doesn't help his career either. Think about it. You had a dude whose career was thrown in the dump, and him and
listen, right now, Chris Rock is the hot thing.
To the point that he could have been out.
Chris Rock is the hot thing right now.
Kevin Hart needed an alley-oop. Kevin Hart needed an alley-oop after they shut you down last year. So that's twofold to that.
Chris Rock comes to the Pittsburgh Improv. That shit is selling out in 2 minutes.
He ain't going to the Improv. He can't even go to the Improv. No, is that where he's going?
He's coming to the Improv.
I thought he was going to PPG.
PPG.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not going to the Improv. Yeah, he's going to PPG.
Yeah, because
he's going to sell 25,000
too small.
25,000 tickets.
That's
what I mean. That's what he's doing.
That's why you got to go bigger.
That he goes to, he's going to sell out.
Any venue he goes, he's going to sell it out because they want to hear his side. That's why he ain't saying nothing. Y'all going to pay.
I tell you what, though.
Right.
He going right. Someone test him again. He gonna have to throw hands.
Listen, I gotta get a fist pump to him just for the simple fact I couldn't have did it.
No, I ain't doing it. Ain't
you know what I mean? And I can only imagine, like, because as soon as just out of reaction. Come on.
You don't think he
just out of no.
I think
absolutely not.
We put ourselves in that rich.
Listen, I don't care if I can beat the man.
Don't see.
We're scrapping right there.
And somebody made a comment against this man's wife.
Listen, I'm telling you one thing right now. I'm talking about Chris Rock. If somebody was to hit me like he hit Chris Rock. There's no way. I don't care if I can beat the man or not. We'd have been on right there. We'd have been tearing stuff up.
That's what made it hard for me.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't have did that, but for him to be able to do that, that's
and that's what you have to do it. Chris Rock is a professional.
I gotta get that to him.
Can you do that?
Chris Rock is a professional. And while we're here, we might just stick here. Because last week we had a discussion
That's a big
about
topic.
about the Grammys. James Prince, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Since they're boycotting Kanye West, James Prince got all the big hitters, Nicki Minaj, Drake, all these big artists to say, let's boycott the Grammys and have a big concert on the same day.
Yeah.
Now, this is what the Grammys did in response to that. They would have, or want to have, Nas host the Grammys this year. So, I asked
Shout
you
out to
guys,
Nas, man.
Shout out to Nas.
Shout
So I asked you guys,
You think he's a good host though?
should he host them, or should he just rock with James Prince? Because again, you see what these people are doing to get these ratings. Kanye West is the hottest artist right now. You're talking about boycotting Kanye, and I'm gonna say it like this. Like I said to you, gentlemen, well, we don't even watch award shows no more. We watch it for the hip hop. We don't care about Miley Cyrus and nothing like that. But every year what they do, they dangle it. Oh, he might win this year. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll show shots of us in the crowd and then put the hip hop on all the way at the end. So we have to stick through
and watch all their artists.
You know, watch all these dry ass people that we're not interested in. So I'm thinking, I like the idea. If people come together and do this, they'll put the Grammys out of business, which they should be before, because they're not biased. I mean, they're biased as shit. They don't fuck with our culture, and we've been boycotting the Grammys for years. Jay-Z started off with Will Smith, and it just seems like once they get their award, now everybody's out back at the Grammys. But let's stick to the point. Should Nas sit it out, or should he host it? We'll start with you, the safety net.
I don't know. To be honest. What are we talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? For Nas, doing the concert,
Or hosting the Grammys.
that would look, you know what I mean? Stand up. You know what I mean? Stand up for the culture and everything else. But if he hosts the Grammys, it might put him in a different lane.
How many?
And I don't know if he wants to be in that lane. That's why I asked earlier. Like when I think of Nas, hosts don't come up in my head. I mean, not, you know what I'm saying? That's no knock against Nas, because I love Nas as an artist, but to me that does not click in my head like Nas the host.
Yeah, he's not animated.
So even if I don't think that Nas, if Jay Prince went and did it and say Nas did what he did, I don't think Nas is a big enough draw for our culture to go watch the Grammys rather than watch all these people that they have. You dig what I mean?
So you're saying, at the end of the day, nice try, Grammys. You did get one of our icons.
Yes.
But we know Nas. He's like a hermit crab. He's not an outgoing person. I don't see him going on the stage doing one-liners. Yeah. Hey, it's Rick Ross.
And that's why I said it would put him in a different lane. Because if he goes up there and he knocks that shit out, then he's doing different shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I love the shit out of Nas, but he was the worst actor in Belly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Out of everybody in Belly, he was the worst actor.
Didn't
you know what I'm saying?
Ever strike
I just don't no, never.
To be the guy that wants to cross over.
No. That's it.
No.
And they're for 3 reasons. 1, I believe, and that goes to what you said, with Nas be even the kind to crossover. I don't know Nas. I believe he would have been part of the boycott. So therefore, if you believe in something, you do not go over across what you believe in. 2, Nas has been Nas for the last 20 years. So why haven't you picked them since? Why haven't you picked them before then?
That's why, yeah.
You understand?
Don't
play it like it's an honor, because the honor is I've been doing this for so long. I should have got this opportunity. And 3, for that, because now they're trying to tell you. Now they're actually sitting there telling you, like you said, he's probably the weakest actor in Belly. They target him as the weakest, dangling the carrot to be the Benedict Arnold, because they're asking you now, go against your people. You know why we're doing it. Do you want to be in, or do you want to go in support? For the 3 reasons that it was done. But simply, bro, if you're a man, you don't go against. You can't benefit from going against your people.
I could never see Nas doing that.
Exactly. But the whole fact that they're doing it tells you that there are a lot of artists that would. You see what I'm saying? And they went in their disrespect for us is that they targeted one of our most character artists. I mean, Nas is the foundation for our music. What made you think that he would go against something like that? And the fact that you can get a foundation staple in our music so easily. Like, you didn't go after a little Nas.
He didn't do it yet, but they threw it out there to him.
But you didn't go after a guy that we would say would gladly do it.
Mm-hmm. You went for one of the icons.
Right. You knew that. And you wanted to really punch us in the eye by getting that call. And you thought it'd be that easy. You see what I'm saying? And that's where the disrespect, I feel, comes in. Because you could have went after a lesser icon that you might have had a shot with. Everybody knows you don't have a shot with Nas. You shouldn't have a shot with Nas. So why would you pick? That's the disrespect. Oh, we could get anybody. We could get your top guy. We can buy any of you now. None of you guys care about each other. Just for a little bit of money, we can buy all you niggers.
I really think with that move, what that move tells me is the Oscars think that they could say if Nas says he'll do it, they're gonna target more hip hop artists to perform.
Listen,
you already know that's coming.
Time for something.
You know what I mean? You're gonna see a lot more on the motherfucking best album.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a lot of that. Best R&B. You're gonna see it.
You gotta do it. You're gonna do it now. Like I said before, Smoke. The time for something new is right now. So Jay Prince and all these guys are serious about it. They need to get on the ball, show me that they're serious, and then of course I'm swinging with Jay Prince. I'm gonna keep the culture alive, and I'm gonna keep it real, because, like you said, Nas ain't like that. Nas is 100. He's always been 100, and he's about teaching. You know what I mean? And that's why he's like one of my favorite
already showed
artists.
and proved by getting Drake and Kanye to squash their beefs, and they had that pay-per-view benefit concert to help Larry Krueger out.
Right.
So things can get done. If you get those two right there, Kanye and Drake, and then Nicki Minaj, and then the rest
Time
of the
for
top
something
guys,
new is now.
it wouldn't matter if they had Nas or not.
It shouldn't be hard for them to get any. Don't you think all the others should be jumping on board?
If this is a question right now, it needs to be nipped in the bud. That means it's a serious question.
Right. Because
I think that, to be honest, we're underestimating the Grammys though too.
Yeah.
Because all those names that you just came with, they're gonna get in the ears of, say, a Little Baby. You know what I'm saying?
But that's James Prince.
No, I dig that. No, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna go with that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that if they're targeting Nas to be the host, you don't think they got anything up the sleeve, like for the artists that they are going to be offering to and everything else? You don't think they are? They most definitely are. Now, it comes down to, I can't see Nas.
I can't see him.
It just doesn't.
And I might, and again, that might be the Grammys, creating publicity, putting out there, trolling. You see what I'm saying? Trying to create a buzz behind the Grammys.
Listen, now Oscars are it's a group of billionaires. It's a club we're not in. A lot of us ain't in. So that's why it's a big stage for that part of it. You're talking about the billionaire club. The biggest icons in action. I mean, you know what I mean? Movies, singing, whatever you want to do. That's, hey. This is what the people tune into. You know what I'm saying?
I say it like this. Fight the power, Nas.
Yeah. I mean, that's at the times now for that.
Fight the power. Okay.
To be continued.
Yeah. I tell you like this. Last week, right, we did talk about, y'all seen when dude at the comedy show pulled the gun on Mike Tyson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard y'all talking about it.
All right,
Yeah.
so boom. I did some research, you know what I'm saying? Just to see, like, guys that's in combat sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what it is, Mike can, when dude do that he can't do nothing. Mike has to, his life literally has to be in danger for him to do something. And then at that point, he can only neutralize him. You can boom, knock him out and you're done. You can't
Snap out and black out.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So once you neutralize the threat, but you gotta, the threat has to be a threat. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker punching on you or something like that. So what I'm saying, Mike shows some good restraint.
Great.
You know what I'm saying? Because even with that, if you get to beating on somebody's ass, you want to, you know what I mean? But you're only allowed to neutralize the threat when you're a professional fighter. You can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and their hands are considered weapons.
Yeah. And it damn near got to be on camera.
They got to be registered.
And it damn near got to be on camera. And your life, your back better be against the goddamn wall.
Listen to the words you're using. You can neutralize the threat, and your hands are what?
Weapons.
Within the man's draw.
Weapons.
Therefore, to neutralize turns to, first off, it was already activated. When they say neutralize, there are two stages of neutralize. Hit him just well enough for him not to be harmed, but the first stage is death. When you activate the self-defense, you never have to give a person a second chance to test your life or have your life in their hands. So you can neutralize them by killing them. The minute they activated themselves in self-defense, you can kill them. But if you cannot pulverize a man and leave him alive, if you hurt him excessively, that's different. That's torture. You either kill him or you knock him out. And the minute a man uses weapons, neutralize, always activated, you have a right to kill him. Words of weapons. They need to understand that one. The invisible.
That was some expert type shit right there, yo.
That was surgical.
Hey, he broke that down.
I like the meat. I like the meat.
Okay. We getting these polls?
Let's do it.
We got the polls.
Let's
I'm
do
gonna
it.
say it like this. I got some smoke for you, buddy.
I need a 3 minute. I need a
I
3
got-
minute interlude.
I got some.
I need a 3 minute interlude, please.
Actually.
Please.
No.
Please, a 3 minute interlude. Because I got some things to say. Only because, look,
No.
these guys got to speak without any kind of interruption.
No.
I've never got that.
No, sir.
I just want 3 minutes? 3 minutes of your time. 3 minutes of your time.
This was no.
3 minutes.
No, not at all. Moving along. We're getting to the polls.
They bum rushed me.
Hey,
They bum rushed me.
hey.
They didn't even let me know what was going on.
Hey, you was enjoying vacation, buddy. Sit back and relax.
Hey,
Continue with the polls there, please, sir.
Let's go.
Can I get a 3 minutes?
No.
3.
No, maybe at the end. Maybe at the end. Not right now. Maybe at the end. We might be able to squeeze you in. Hey, Chuck.
sir.
Hey, Chuck, on some real shit, we might be able to squeeze him in at the end.
I don't know why.
You know what I mean? If he can't take that, hey,
3 minutes on the
I
clock.
don't know why he's not following through.
yeah, like this is crazy.
On the clock.
He's just determined to be defiant.
Yeah.
He's just determined to be defiant, ladies and gentlemen. This is one thing I did not miss. I'm gonna tell you that right now. This is one thing I did not miss.
Starts demanding shit.
Yeah, what the hell is this? You on the third, buddy. 2-1, you're outvoted. Fall back.
I need him to soup.
Hey, 3 minutes at the end of the show, buddy.
One question before we
Listen,
Hey,
at the end of the show,
control yourself with that.
This is
We're
what's your song?
here, Christian.
that could be what's your
supposed
song.
to be professionals here.
Yeah. And
Do
Rock,
your part, buddy.
That was Derrick Henry stiff.
Do your part. Fall in line.
See that?
Fall in line.
See that?
Like, how can I help?
I just want.
Am I wrong? Fall in line.
Can I get?
Please.
Can I get 1
Look,
minute?
I'll even
1
put
minute before
please
my
at the end of
song?
it.
you can do it.
1 minute.
Fall in line, please.
Let's vote. Let's vote.
Three.
You can do that when it's instead of playing your
No,
song.
1 minute before my
Instead of
song.
playing your song.
My song is relevant.
Instead of playing your
1
song.
minute before my song.
Listen,
1 minute before my song.
You know what, sir?
listen, you don't make the rules. You don't make the rules like that. We take this all
1
to the
minute before the
table.
song. Okay, there's
No,
four people at the table.
Listen, we said at the end, you're determined to get it now. Hey,
There's one.
if it's really important, it'll wait till the end.
Chuck's at a party.
You want to hear what I got to say?
He'll be here in a minute.
You want to hear what I got to say?
Chuck, at no point in time should you feel obligated to answer any of these guys' questions.
He's a guest.
You are not obligated. You are a guest here, sir. Sir.
He said to
But
have
hey, and even if you are rolling with the guy, you can kick pin into like hey.
1 minute.
Pop.
1 minute.
Let him quote.
Here we go.
Because he's gonna
Here we
pout.
go.
You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna,
Okay,
he's gonna
you
do
gave him
a
the power
former
to
guest
talk smoke. Go ahead.
and pout like a former guest.
Hey, you gave him the other power that he needed. So let's have it. Let's have it.
Okay, cool.
See, I fell in line though.
Real quick.
Let's have it.
Then cool. This is
Real
gonna be some
quick,
good
okay?
shit.
Real quick. Okay, so these guys had an argument. Not an argument, a little disagreement. They say Jay-Z. They went to this poll where, you know,
Set the wording right, yeah.
Jay-Z never ran an error.
Jay-Z's never ran error.
Never ran an error in rap. So these guys were to tell me that if someone was to tell me, and you guys can't speak, if someone was to tell me Nelly would beat Jay-Z in the verses, they have good reason and they can stand on that because at one point he ran an error and Jay-Z didn't run the error. And when they say run an error, this is what they mean. So say Nelly sells 4 million records, Jay-Z sold 2. That's their definition. My stance was, in the verses, you got Jay-Z who's been in every single one of these guys' era. And to my point, and I'm gonna end it with this. Here we go. Yes.
I don't believe it's gonna be an ending point, but anyway, go ahead.
No, listen. Jay-Z holds the record for most #1 albums by a solo artist on Billboard 200. 14 times. 14 times, all right? Okay, we're good on that? Jay-Z has sold 125 million records. That guy we were talking about? 24 Grammys. Okay? So, what did I say? Jay-Z sold how many? 125 million records. These guys told me. These guys.
This is a total. This is a total. Yes.
50 cents. Total album sold worldwide 30 million, and he never technically went diamond. 2 times close, never technically went diamond. Nelly, most albums sold in his worldwide in his career, 21 million. 21 million worldwide. Whew. You know who created him?
This
guy have
Drake,
hair in his ass.
Drake, 170 million. Drake, 170 million. Drake's there. Here we go. Lil Wayne, 120 million. 5 million less than Jay. So he can run the race with him. But I'm telling you, those other guys, and this was all I was saying, they can tell me they feel that way, but they're going to lose in the verses because he's been relevant through all their careers.
That's what's great.
14 number one.
That's right.
Album sold.
Thank you.
I rest my case.
Hold on. I got a question for that.
No, because I got a new bill. Because
Oh, you would have loved it. Let
he
me go.
said this right there. Right? No.
You would have loved it. Let me go.
Because now the new question is Jay-Z the new Nas? Okay? By saying this. Now let's do this. We're going to give Jay-Z what he said about Nas a couple years ago. Okay? What he said?
Like publishing, use your been in his 10, I've been in his 5. Smarten up, Nas. 4 albums in 10 years, nigga. I could divide this one every, let's say 2. 2 of them shit was due. One was good, the other was Illmatic. That's a one hot album every 10-year average, and that's so. Nigga, switch up your flow, your shit is.
Right there. Let's go back to the list,
When
sir.
in March, you got
Hold tight.
but it's
Let's
also
go back to it.
like
Good news in this one, because if we go with what Jay-Z has did in the last 10 years compared to Nas, okay, look at what Jay-Z, what Nas put out. Distant Brothers, Life is Good. Well, let's do it. 2010, Distant Relatives. 2012, Life is Good. 2018, Nasir. 2019, The Lost Tapes 2. 2020, King's Disease. 2021, King 2021, King's Disease 2. That's one. 2021 again. Magic, which is dropped the next year. Jay-Z, last 10 years. 2021, Watch the Throne. 2013, Magna Carta. 2017, 444. And 2018, Everything is Love. Is Jay-Z the new Nas? Because the thing is, no. He only put out 4 albums. Just let's bring back the clip.
So much
Let's bring back the clip what Jay-Z said about Nas. Cause he outworked you, sir. In the last 10 years, you turned into the guy you're dissing. Nas has outworked you in the last 10 years. So did Jay-Z turn himself to Nas by saying that? Because I gave Nas his body of work in the last 10 years, and I gave you Jay-Z's body of work. He put out 4 albums, just like Nas did when he said 4 albums in the last 10 years. But Nas put out damn near 8.
Doubled it.
Smoke.
Here's
Smoke though. Smoke.
Here, hold on.
Nas didn't even
speak.
But the thing about that is, Nas didn't even with all those albums that he put out, he's not even sold nowhere.
No.
And this isn't even. But my point to what we were talking about.
I don't listen to numbers, sir.
No.
I don't listen to. You do not listen to numbers.
You guys told me the numbers.
Music.
You guys told me the numbers.
Subject change.
Oh, you changed the subject on me. That's what I'm saying.
Look.
Subject change. We're done with your first.
Basically,
the new subject
talking about
is Jay-Z the new Nas.
meteoric rise, right? So here's how I would address his thing to Jay-Z's and his numbers, right? What year did Jay-Z start first album? Because I want to go before 96. I would go with the 10 albums in the features that Jay-Z was on every time to the world, because he was on with first Big L. Jay-Z was heard. Jay-Z was given the only, I would say, how do I say this?
Sir,
Jay-Z was the only artist that I know.
We cannot do this. We have to talk about studio albums. We can't talk about
Well, I'm
features.
saying it.
We have to talk about complete bodies of work.
Jay-Z's one of the only artists, the most gifted artist that was given a chance to be heard to the world over and over. He launched his career, funny thing, after this big thing, Tupac and Big Step. His album didn't even sell platinum. That's why he went double platinum after they died.
Sir, is Jay-Z the new Nas?
Is he?
Yes. You know what I mean? I'm talking about how Jay-Z presented to Nas. Said, oh, you only put out this many albums in 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So Nas has did the same thing that he said. You only put out 4 albums. The same way you diss Nas on Ether, Nas has now outworked you. You only put out 4 albums in the last 4 years, and everybody might say they might be, you know what I'm saying?
But Jay,
Yes or not?
he's in a different space.
See, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying
That's
to
what
say.
Jay-Z people say. How I answer is, when you answer that, no, I say Jay-Z is Jay-Z. What Jay-Z's always done is been able to change the paradigm. Because when he does what he says he shouldn't do, look, can I finish? When he says he couldn't do, Jay-Z's always been the industry hypocrite. Look at what he's always done. What he's doing here is no different. He's always said, this is the line you don't cross, but Jay-Z crosses it.
Listen
and then says,
again,
because I'm Jay-Z,
what
I can
Jay-Z
do it.
said about Nas. This is what he said about Nas.
Like publishing, use your shit. Been in this 10, I've been in this 5. Smart enough, nah. 4 albums in 10 years, nigga. I could divide, that's one of me, let's say 2. 2 of them shit was due. One was nah, the other was Illmatic. That's the one hot album every 10-year average.
If you saying Nas only puts out 1 album a year, it doesn't matter if he's in a different space. You're a rapper. Nas is still doing outside businesses and he's in a different space too. Don't act like Nas money ain't long neither. So he's not working. So I'm saying is Jay's. Now I'm not calling him a hypocrite. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the way he dissed Nas is happening to his career right now. Nas has been putting out work, and you have not put out nothing except 4 albums in 10 years, just like you accuse Nas of. But Nas was still doing work, and I don't care what about the sales because they're all critically acclaimed. His 4 albums, a lot of people didn't like 444. A lot of people didn't like his compilation with Beyonce. So we have that same argument. You put out 4 and 2 was You see what I'm saying?
I have an argument. I love Nas. I love the Kings. The 2 Kings series, the 1 and 2. Them shits is some of Nas's best work, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
But Jay-Z's rich, so he doesn't have to rap.
I'm not even saying that.
He's living off the hog, and he's somewhere, so he doesn't have to rap because he's a billionaire now. He doesn't have to hold the bar. No. You get the fuck out the way and quit calling yourself the God MC if you're not gonna fucking produce.
Then there's a ton of rappers you can say that about that.
No. He's the only one that says he's the God MC, Jehovah.
Bro, I'm from the full.
What has JG done for you lately?
Learn everything, and like Smoke said, to answer your question, yes, he is a new Nas. When I said no, I misspoke. I meant to say yes. The fact is, Jay-Z thinks he can change the paradigm, and that's one of the things that I get a problem with. What you eat, that's where we come from, and that's how you get who you are. So if you're gonna claim the God rap, you gotta put the work in. You can't sit there and just drop down through this. No, because that rap ain't that much higher above what the dudes that are behind you, unquote, are putting out. So you gotta show, because these dudes need chances to challenge the title, if that be it. So you being out there,
that's what he's saying though, is he's saying that he got more work put out there. Regardless of what was, he put more material. There was more material out there.
Yeah, that's all. He outworked him. That's all. I'm not saying
you know what I'm saying, and that's what he said.
He outworked him for that 10-year period. I never did the whole math or who got more albums.
I don't think
for that more. For the last from 10 to 20, Nas has put in more work than Jay-Z. In the last, and for 10 years, Jay-Z only put out an album.
Jay-Z's a bad man.
I get what Smoke's saying.
I don't
Jay-Z
disagree.
tried to use the 4 album and 10-year thing
against
as
Nas.
a slight.
Yes.
So when you do it yourself, you now get the slight yourself.
That's what I'm trying to say. I never thought that was a slight.
On Jay-Z.
If you're going to use that as a slight to Nas,
that's a
now
slight
it's a slight to you now.
Right.
That's all.
Right. That's what I was saying. I understand.
Yeah,
I'm hearing what you're saying.
You know what I mean? You said this gentleman didn't do this.
But
my whole point, I mean, you can disagree with it.
The whole Avenger.
Listen. I think Nas is dope. I'm just saying, and I stand by it. Jay-Z's at a point where he does not have to make music.
That doesn't? Then don't call him a rapper.
Okay.
Call him a businessman. So Will Smith is not either then.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is,
Will Smith is.
listen. Nas has put out, in them years, Nas has put out more albums than a lot of people. He's put out, yes.
No, we want to stick it to Jay-Z, sir. I don't know what I'm taping to for this man. This guy is definitely on a Rockefeller.
I'm telling if I'm on the payroll, you're on the Jay-Z hater list then. All I'm saying is he's to a point where he doesn't have to make music if he doesn't want to. And Nas is dope for still making dope albums.
Comes from music.
That's
First off, how you gonna say the man's too important for music? What is important comes from music. One and two.
We know him as a rapper. We don't know him as a businessman, sir.
You can't say this man's making too much money to do it because so are the Fabulouses. So are a lot of these dudes in the game that are making. They don't have to make the Waynes. Let's not forget how much 120 what 1 million did Wayne make. So I guess he don't got to make music either, huh?
He isn't making albums like Nas. Wayne is not making albums like Nas. No, he hasn't.
Understand what Wayne is.
No, he hasn't.
Wayne's getting his albums in and featured.
And what I'm saying is, listen,
Wayne's getting his album in and featured.
But
Wayne might be on 40 features in a year or in 6 months.
But Chuck, listen what you just said though. Listen what you just said.
I am.
He gets his money from music. Jay, that's what you said.
I said he got his
importance.
When you said he's
listen,
too big,
I'm not saying this. No. Listen,
he got importance from you.
Listen, I'm saying he's in a space where he doesn't have to make music. He's still important in music. Let's look at all the people on Rock Nation. Everybody is on Rock Nation.
If you don't make music, you can't claim the God of it. You can't be a God. In the world, you're not in it.
I'm not saying he's the God of it. I'm not saying he's the God of it.
Hey, he got knocked out. Everybody, that was a knockout.
Final call.
Let's go ahead and put a nail in that coffin.
It is Kris Klay, the safety.
Yes.
That's Thanos for Jay-Z.
We gotta go ahead and put the nail in the coffin.
Let's go to the I never said Jay-Z over some music in there. This guy. We're not allowed to talk about Jay-Z. Politics now.
We gotta make rules. We gotta make rules around here.
Talk about Jay-Z, the Steelers, politics. What else? I don't know. That's one of them subjects. You know what I'm saying? You said we're not allowed to talk about. What do you have your list of? You busting out.
Hey, listen. I just had a list that I just wanted to share real quick. It's a sport list. It's the top 30. Okay.
Let's go. Let's get
Top 30 richest NFL quarterbacks in order.
Okay.
We're gonna go from the bottom up. All right. At number 30, we got Patrick Mahomes.
Whoa, I thought he was up there.
40 million.
I thought it.
Now this is their total worth. This is their
net. This is what they're worth today.
This is what they're worth.
Okay.
29, Terry Bradshaw. 45 million.
That list is low.
Is it? 28, Carson Wentz. 45 million. Drew Bledsoe. 48 million. Ryan Tannehill at 26 with 50 million. Dan Marino at 50 million. And he's in on 25. 24, you got Alex Smith. 50
That's the dude from Pitt? No, that's
I'm
thinking of Alex Van Pelt.
Marino was.
I'm thinking of Alex Van Pelt.
Alex Smith.
No, I'm thinking of Van Pelt. I'm an old nigga.
23, you got Troy Aikman at 60 million.
Alex Smith was what, an Oregon quarterback, was he?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Alex Smith? No.
I'm not sure. Okay, 22, you got Kirk Cousins at 70 million. Then you got Matt Ryan at 70 million. You got 20, you got Tony Romo at 70 million. Sam Bradford at 70 million. Cam Newton, 75 million. Matt Stafford at 80 million. Phillip Rivers at 16 at 80 million. Joe Flacco at 85 million. Carson Palmer at 90 million. He's at 14. Then you got Ben Roethlisberger at 13 with 100 million.
What you got? Lucky 13 for you guys.
Then you got 12, Brett Favre at 100 million. You got 11, Russell Wilson at 135 million. You got Aaron Rodgers at number 10 with 140 million. John Elway at number 9 with 145 million. Joe Montana at number 8 for 150 million. Eli Manning at number 7 for 150 million. You got Drew Brees at number 6 with 160 million. You got Steve Young at number 5 with $200 million. You got Tom Brady at number 4 with $250 million. You got Peyton Manning, $250 million. Number 1, Fran Tarkenton.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Who's that, Chris?
Fran Tarkenton?
Who's that? Fran Tarkenton?
He's an old school dude.
Oh,
Wait.
this can't be
But he's
current, right?
listen, he's worth $300 million.
Okay.
Is that? Yeah, this is
Go
like
ahead,
with all the stuff they got going on.
Okay.
And falling at number 1, you got Roger Staubach, $600 million.
Okay.
Well, check this out.
With the new
Check this
guarantees and stuff like that, that's gonna change, though.
Oh, it's already changed. It's already changed. Mahomes signed a contract for $500 million.
Numbers I saw.
But what's crazy is,
Especially the 1 and 2.
Hold on.
remember what we just talked about?
Yeah.
We were talking about
Deshaun
Deshaun
get?
Watson.
Yeah.
Did you see what he did?
He didn't get. He's like the highest paid quarterback ever.
Ever. He went to Cleveland.
Right.
They paid that man $230 million. Every dollar guaranteed. There's never been a contract like that ever.
Hello.
For what? What was the contract?
$125 million bonus. So
What's the contract?
when we were
4
talking,
years.
Fully
What's the contract?
what was it?
How many years?
4, I think.
4-year contract.
4 or 5.
Wow. Yeah.
It's the most ever. He's the highest paid NFL player ever.
And he's got guaranteed, so
Guaranteed every single dollar.
He gets every penny.
He still got cases pending, Smoke.
But I'm saying, as far as the guarantee, he can shoot himself in the foot right now, and he still.
Yes.
He guaranteed.
Kind of like, is it like kind of like Bobby Bonilla type of thing?
I can sit here and
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He gets every single penny.
Right.
That is the NCAA paying the players type of thing.
Right.
See, this was the holy
They
grail
take it
with
as Jake
players.
Gamble. They let him make his own rules.
Every day I'm out there risking my life, and you're going to tell me you're only going to guarantee this portion because I could get hurt. That's exactly why you're supposed to guarantee. Because everything I'm doing, say that I'm doing cheaply and setting records for, you compensate me by fully guaranteeing me. But the owners never paid. They never did what they were supposed to do. So it started when the boy Kirk Cousins got the highest guaranteed ever with that $84 million contract when he went to Minnesota. Now, what he did is the first ever for football players. This is what they took back before they took it away from them years ago when they started free agency. Everything's fully guaranteed. So now, you know what I'm saying? If you're fully guaranteed now, that forces the owners now to have to come to the table sooner to try to like they may give you a $200 million contract. Now you get that $200 million fully guaranteed. They come back sooner with another contract because you might have had a crazy year following your second crazy year. So now they want to stop you before you can really break the bank. What it does is not only fully guarantee you now, but it guarantees you won't get more money quicker in the future. Because they're going to want to sign contracts quicker because they're afraid you're going to get too good. You see what I'm
Is that right,
saying?
Chris?
Yeah, but my point to that though, Smokey, is why I even said it is you just heard that list. He moves up to probably third just off of that contract.
Yeah.
More than that, because
Right now.
It's just
You know,
guaranteed.
it changes the list now, but
his first contract was already $140 million.
But they have built probably.
So they tore the $140 million up and gave him $230 million
Listen,
guaranteed.
It said it
What
was
I'm
the
saying-
30 highest paid. Of course, yeah, that messes with the
What I'm saying to be more
Now,
fair.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is, Smoke.
Somebody's gonna get bumped down.
Yeah,
Both.
there's going to be some rearranging.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the reason why I was saying he's the once in a lifetime type of quarterback to have. They went and spent all that bread, $230 million, dog. Every penny guaranteed, because they know with him every single year it's gonna be.
So he can just go in there and play sick and not play a game. They still got to pay him his money
Yes,
regardless.
completely.
And he got paid fully from his other contract because of the trade.
This is the time that
They had to pay that money anyway.
Ladies,
It was paid.
I'm gonna-
So
He had
they had
the highest paid.
Right,
bonus,
but he
too.
fully got his
$125 million. Was his signing bonus, the most ever. Huh?
lady, I'm gonna need
fully
you.
got paid from his contract before
Ladies.
that. You
Hey,
remember?
ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies, you guys are gonna have to leave the room because I do not. I know if you like the soothing sounds of Paco's voice, Chris Clay, you probably I'm gonna ruin it all for you guys right now. I'm sorry. It's gonna be ruined. Okay. All right, we're here. You guys have conversations. Ice paid. You know what I'm saying? You see what happened to him. You told me the guy was getting the major fucks to him, right? Racist. You understand what I'm saying? We see what happened with Colin Kaepernick. We know the NFL was racist. We know this. Okay? Now I'm gonna put me in this too now. I know boxing is racist. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And I get hyped in charge. And I be like, Devin Haney's about to fight for undisputed. Yeah, he signed with Bob Arum and he gonna get them titles. But I know Bob Arum is a racist. Why do we get hyped in charge? Knowing that these motherfuckers are racist. And we say, damn. Cause I look at it like, damn, we up here knowing that these motherfuckers is racist, right? But we up here bigging people up when they join this shit. You see what I'm saying? It's like we bigging up like the high slaves, almost. It's like, yo, and I said, like, I'm gonna throw myself at this because I do it with the boxing. Like, you know what I mean? I know these motherfuckers be racist. Like, oh, they ain't even letting him fight him because they're not racist shit.
Right.
And it's like, damn, I still fuck with boxing though. You know what I'm saying? It's like this.
Still one hell of a sport, huh?
Put that on, Kurt, because we get feedback. As fans, do we fucking just like the goddamn abuse? Are we some sick fucks? like, because we know what it is, but we still continue to subscribe to whatever.
Listen, the world loves drama, man. That's just a fact.
We know conflict is the biggest money maker.
Oh, it's the biggest. Why is everything alive now?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Reality shows.
Yeah.
Everything's reality shows.
The more barbaric the show, the more war in the crash.
Yeah, that's coming.
The bigger the crowd.
That's where it's happening now. That's where all the attention goes to. That reality stuff.
But the crazy thing is, you're right. The attention goes to the reality that we all know.
But hold on, let's stick to it. Do we like the abuse? Hold on.
But you're still part of it. Makes you feel part of it.
Hold on. Do we like the abuse? That's just it. Are we some sick fucks that just like the abuse? You know what I'm saying? Because we know what it is, but we still continue to tune in.
Are we the cameras that love to be left to this live?
You'll catch me watching another episode.
I'm tossing myself in on some boxing shit. I know it's racist. We know NFL, NBA, all that shit is racist. But we still continue to tune in. You know what I'm saying? We watched Colin Kaepernick take a knee. We said, fuck the NFL, all that shit. But we turn around and say, hell yeah, this motherfucker's getting $220 million guaranteed.
I got some.
You see what I'm saying? You see how bipolar we are with this shit? Rocky, hold on, real quick. You see what I'm saying? How bipolar we are with it? Like, at one time we'll say, you know what? We ain't fucking with this shit. I'm riding with Colin Kaepernick. Then the other side we say, hell yeah, this motherfucker got $220 million. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? I can just make this a statement. I don't know. We don't have to do a deep dive. It's just like, I think we like the abuse. I think that we have, if they somewhat play fair, throw us a bone, we say, all right. You see what I'm saying?
You're saying we're safe,
it's equivalent to having Nas come to the Grammys. All right. You made a symbolic gesture. We'll let you ride.
But it's hard. It's hard not to cheer for those dudes, though.
I know. That's what I'm trying to say.
I know what and that's you're saying. That,
I put myself in it with the boxing thing, so it's not like I'm throwing shots at.
So, is it like it's not the NFL? It becomes more of a, it's crazy because it's crazy because I was on my way home last night from the airport. It was the radio station. That's what they were saying. Like it's fucking sports radio. They're like it's 2:00 in the morning on March 29th, and we're still talking. We're still talking.
On vacation in the middle of March.
Goddamn, you go when it's cold. You go when it's cold.
You feel like January.
I had shit to do with you. But anyways, but what I'm saying is, like she said, the sportscast chick, she was like, you know, it's March 30th, whatever, 29th, whatever, and the headline still in sports is the NFL, which is crazy. That shit's crazy, and but it becomes so much of a you cheer for the guy, you know what I'm saying? You cheer for your team, but there's so many players and shit that you cheer for.
So it becomes you're not kind of rooting for the NFL. You want that individual player to win. Is that
you
what it is?
want them
like,
guys to
okay,
win.
You
want them guys to win because we all had that dream.
Yeah, you guys probably.
At some point when you was playing football, when you was a little kid, you was talking about like you was gonna be in the NFL.
And you guys probably found these gentlemen from college.
Yes.
It's like, fuck the NFL, but I want him to get his bag.
Yes, high school, college.
Done.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Done. There it is.
Like put it to real heart to heart. Sky Moore, how can I not be happy for that kid to be going to do what he does and get that millions of dollars and change his family's life?
On that one.
You know what I'm saying? And change his family's life. For
sure. He's the bell guy.
But you dig what I'm saying? It's real deal. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to
you want to
Sky
see
Moore.
because you know what they come
It's like with boxing, I might see these guys at the Olympics.
Yes.
Fighting school
and then not only that, you dig into Haney.
Yeah.
So you see video of him coming up.
Yeah.
You see how he's lived, and you know what I'm saying. He came from poverty or whatever anyone's case may be. Whatever.
Great to see that.
You want to see them guys succeed, man. You want to see them.
How can it be great to see?
So it's not really the abuse, because I don't have the definitive answer. This is why
True, for sure. It's a good subject.
It's like, you know what I'm saying. So it's like we don't really necessarily like the NFL, but we want that guy we got picked, we want him to win. And if he can get his money out of this organization, this racist fucking structure,
do it.
Go ahead and do it.
Get it.
Is that the final thing?
Yes, get it.
Is that
get
anything else? Anybody else got to interject?
He's worked hard for it. Get it.
Is anybody else got to interject anything in that? We know it, because even at the end of the day, we know even in life, you know what I'm saying? In life, there's racist structures. Your job, your regular 9-to-5 job might have that. So you're not going to quit your job. You see what I'm saying? Just because it is, you got to kind of take it on the chin.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
If you working 90% of these jobs that you fucking with, the guys at the top, they don't give a fuck about a black person. Unless you gonna make them some money, they don't care about you.
Yeah, so it's
that's genuine. It's sick to say, but that's life in general,
we
right?
Just figured out. We just unpacked something.
The almighty dollar.
This is very, very deep in certain communities, because again, certain people say unplug. Wait, never mind the plantation, build your own nation. But this young gentleman is fresh out of college, so he doesn't have that. But we will in the near future. We'll talk about it as far as guys doing that, because there's certain people that's in a space, like with Ice Cube doing the Big Three and things like that. There's certain people that's in a space that say, you know what? Because if we're talking about it, they know about it. They can create their own leagues and things of that nature. But we just figured that out. I just think that what it is not we're actually fans of the NFL per se. We're actually fans of that individual person. You know what I mean? You guys reference Sky Moore, and we can personalize that because we know his mother, and you know what I'm saying. With Chuck, we know his father. So it's like we want him to win.
All of them. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's good too. But it's like you want them to win. So it's like, let's not try to get that now. So it's following the individual, not actually the sport. Yeah, we body bag that. Hit the fucking bag. We fucking body bag that. Now, we went into the polls, Rocky. I have some smoke from Kris Klay from the gate. From the fucking gate. I do not participate in the polls sometimes, but okay, and this is not important. I need him to explain himself. So the poll was hottest female rapper. And it was at the marker of time. The list was, he already knows. The list was Nicki Minaj. Meg Thee Stallion, you know what I'm saying? Cardi B, and Iggy Azalea. Listen. Nicki Minaj got a thunderous applause when it came to who's the best. Chris Klay, defend yourself. Why did you pick Iggy Azalea? We don't know who he is. Like, I thought for sure I was surprised. Look, hold on. I was surprised. I ain't gonna lie. I was surprised that people picked Nicki Minaj over Cardi B because Cardi B is hot right now. Nicki Minaj is not pretty. She's not really active. But I'm thinking like, Iggy Azalea, sir. That's
Snow. I think she's the most lyrical.
I'm out of here. Yo, somebody throw in the towel. Throw the towel, man. Throw in the towel, yo. Yeah, get him out of here.
Listen.
Hey, let me pull my man out of here. Yeah, let me get him out of here. Let's get him out of here.
I call him the safety. He is the safety net.
Yeah.
He is the safety net. He was pandering.
I'm be honest.
To my, which would have been my last pick.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll be honest with you.
Safety net.
Be honest with you.
He says, wait. What was your reason? Tell me your reason again. I need to hear.
I need you to go back and
No, it doesn't mean. He can't even finish it. He can't even finish saying what the hell he wanted to say. He knows that's some bull. And he went into the. You're making me say it, boys. Chris Paul, safety net. Hey, come on.
Listen.
The most lyrical. She's the most.
Listen. Explanation.
I'm gonna let him talk.
Hey, listen.
Opinions
If you need more time, just say that.
That's my diplomat.
Be honest.
That's my diplomat. Get that. That's my diplomat. I need that. That's my diplomat right there. I'm stunned on the honest side.
So, anyways.
Okay, Sam, sir.
Hey, you see that? TESOL stands for Teaching English to Students Online.
That's dope.
Look at you. Professor.
Okay, doctor.
Probation claim. She's not the only
Anyway, we gave you some time to think about what you want to say.
Yeah,
go ahead. The most lyrical. Okay, we're with you. Yeah.
Just the delivery.
Listen, there's nowhere to go, yo.
Let him
say it.
You know,
He can't even get it out. Put that out there. Why is he dragging us on? Why is he dragging us along like this? I hate this.
Throw a long back. Here he comes. Get that shit out of here.
Listen.
He still thinks.
And
He had to take a big swallow. This is bad.
Alright, let him cook. Let him cook.
Bad.
so, I picked that to be an asshole.
Clearly, I told you.
I told you. That's all. That's all we have.
One of her songs.
He's clearly trolling.
One of her songs,
But
you know what I mean? Hey.
yes, okay. Let's continue.
Yeah.
Let's continue on.
Yeah, let's keep it
Listen,
moving.
I know what he's doing. I know exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, it's all good.
He's the safety net. He's seen somebody. Only one person voted for her. He said he threw her like, I love you, because he's the panderer. And he tries to make me look like I'm an asshole in the group.
I think there's a couple. Hey, I think there's a couple things that came into play on the answer, but
Happy
anyway.
cooking. No.
But anyway.
I couldn't wait for him to come back.
Down on that one.
I couldn't wait because he said, admit that Chris Klay is all in the goddamn comment section. I don't really fuck around, but he's all on there in the comment section. Pandering, hey, that's a great statement, guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, hey, you know what? I think that was an excellent choice. This guy is trying to make me look like an asshole.
And sometimes you just gotta fall back.
No.
Sometimes you just gotta fall back. You know what I mean?
Hey,
We don't all grown man stuff.
watch him.
Oh, listen.
Watch him.
Hey, I love him. This is my brother.
Listen, he's trying to make look.
But he knows what he does.
He knows. But I don't talk to people, so I look like an asshole. And I schedule my post.
Yeah.
So I look like an asshole. He's over there dancing. You know what I'm saying? All the video. Yo, I'm telling you, I don't care what my co-host said. I think if you just tell you it's the best.
Hey, you know,
I know what he's doing.
To be honest, I would. Listen. Out of that group right there, there's no one I would even think. I don't know. Like I like listening to Nicki. I like listening to Cardi. And you know, I can listen.
Okay, I don't believe that's what you're thinking behind.
Okay, let's
I don't even know none of
let's start with this.
Song, for sure.
Hip hop polls. Shout out to the Slide Through group. Shout out to everybody.
Yes, thanks for the participation because it's starting to.
And yeah, and I'm gonna say it like this: it's to a point that there's certain polls that we will not discuss on the show if there ain't gonna be no participation. Right. See what I'm saying? If there ain't more than 20 people or something like that did it, they don't need to read it. You see what I'm saying? So get y'all numbers up and get your participation up if y'all want to, you know what I'm saying, chime in.
You're always welcome to make your own post and ask what you think, and we talk about it.
But we're going to start it off with the ladies first because we have a tiebreaker, gentlemen. We have a tiebreaker. You know what I'm saying?
The tie?
Tiebreaker. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if these guys participated in it, but it was basically who you got.
Okay. I may have a couple of them.
Or Aaliyah. And it was tied. Wow. And it was tied 8-8. Right before out. When we have a tiebreaker. And I don't know if it's already voted on it, then your votes don't count. Because I don't know.
I did.
I think I did too.
Let's look at the results. And so basically, Paco, did you vote on it?
I believe I did. With Ashanti.
Because you can see.
So bang, he voted for Ashanti.
Yes, sir.
So you two are gonna be the tiebreaker.
Me and Chuck will be the tiebreaker.
So, hopefully you guys don't tie. You know what I mean? So let me see here.
I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna go with Ashanti on purely bodies of work.
Well, this is the stop.
That's what I'm doing.
My vote was Ashanti too, just because I vibe to her more now. Don't get me wrong, cause Aaliyah was an up and coming artist.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
She was projected. She could have been projected, but I can only.
I got a lot of Ashanti on my playlist.
Hold on. My only why I would say Ashanti is because I can only project what Aaliyah could have been. Who knows? She could have flopped. But I know that Ashanti got the body of work.
Right.
And
she got all the accolades.
And Aaliyah faced an untimely death. You know what I'm saying? To no fault of hers, obviously. But I'm going to have to go with Ashanti because she has more bodies of work. I mean, I have to go back to Aaliyah's catalog, which I do every now and then. But Ashanti has bodies of work. Yeah. So my vote would have been Ashanti, just on the strength of bodies of work. Not to say she's more talented or a better singer, just because she has more body of work.
Right.
Do you want to, you know what I'm saying? What you want to do with this guest? Oh, he's thinking.
Can I tell you who he's going to pick?
Oh, no. Don't do it.
Don't try to encourage.
I already know he's going to.
Don't do it. Because he's thinking. It's a tough one.
It is. You got to think about it. Right? You got to really think about it.
I don't want to think.
It's tough.
That's how tough that one is.
Right. Tough one?
Hey, if we had some liquor, we'd have to take a shot.
We got some.
He said we got some.
That's a little bite off a drink champ. That's a little bite off a drink champ. But I think drink champs they made that's what a good rule. Whenever you ask a guest a question, and they tell you, you know, I can't answer that one. We ain't, you know what I mean? I'm gonna skip that one as a shot.
Yeah.
Well, we can't do it like them. That's their thing. But we'll come up with something.
That's for you.
I mean, I think that they set a bar with that.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like
that's their thing.
Love you, brother.
Okay, so then Ashanti wins because he pretty much has it a tie.
Right.
So
It's your vote.
We'll do 1-on-1. He gets one for Ashanti and one. So my vote was still I went.
Cut it.
Ashanti wins that, man. Shout out to the slide through. Hit the bell. Ashanti wins that one, man.
Go ahead, girl.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, rest up, Aaliyah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, R.I.P.
For
Aaliyah.
sure, because
And the family.
she was a superstar at the time, and
She still is a
gonna be big.
superstar.
And
She was gonna be really
She
big.
still is a
She
superstar.
Yes, this is one that we're all gonna resonate with, and this probably might end it. We'll see though, because I got a couple more. So this is the best era in hip hop, and the votes was the 90s, the 80s, the thousands, and the 10s. You know what I'm saying?
90s all day.
20 people. Yeah, the 90s fucking game. The 90s game
90s
right
all
there.
day.
We had 20 votes for the 90s, 3 for the 80s. Shout out to the 80s, baby. Shout out to the people that hit the 80s, though.
Yeah.
That's the foundation.
Yep.
That's the foundation right
Yes,
here.
sir.
And we have 1 for the thousands and none for the 10,000, which is interesting. Because that's where all the quote-unquote hot shit. Because we're in the 2020s now. So nobody so all all these new guys, nobody is still kind of resonating with them. Respectfully to their craft and work.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like nobody's resonating with the guys that were big that came out in the last 10 years. You see what I'm saying? Like nobody's the Travis Scotts, the Kid Cudis, the ASAP Rockies. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's pretty much in that pocket.
Yeah.
To where it's the 90s, because you gotta see it. The 90s represents the 90s. I see a lot of you guys in that fucking concession trying to out hip hop me. Listen, 98 is part of the 90s. So don't try to be like, oh, well, 98 was hot. Listen, 90s, 10s, and thousands. Quit trying to out hip hop me.
Right.
I know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
And what's surprising to me is interesting on that the votes is knowing in that 2010 above the zero. We got some younger cats in there.
Yeah.
But I also think a lot of the younger cats with the hip hop, they respect that era.
You have
know what
to.
I mean? They respect that 90s. You know what I'm saying? And I won't go back to the 80s because they, you know what I'm saying? They don't venture back that far. But you know what I mean? They'll tell you like they Pac and Big and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know DMX going in, 50 Cent going into Jay-Z and Nas going into that.
A lot of these
90s,
kids,
2000. You
just
know what
like
I mean?
we grew up on EPMD and stuff like that. A lot of these kids grew up on 50 Cent.
Yes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's
why
their
they
first
call them
number.
50 babies.
Like when they were like 6 and 9 years old.
Oh, yeah. No. They grew. Just think about it. Though. Like my kids is 25, 21, 18, and 16, right? So
shout out to my nigga Mando.
But listen, what I'm saying with that is they grew up on our music because that's what they was listening to when they was riding in the back seat.
Your son would tell me Nas is his favorite.
Flat out. You know what I mean? Like
Jay-Z.
And I'm not no, and I'm not even bullshitting. Like I used to, and I was proud of that. And he was like 12 years old, 11, 12 years old. I come up in his room, he got Nas banging out the speakers. You know what I'm saying? Listening to Nas, Nipsey Hussle. You know what I mean? He was listening to some good ass music. And he was sitting in the back seat listening to music. So if I put something on, he knows it. You know what I'm saying? So the respect level's there.
I think the 90s music is the best because it was the energy of individuality.
What made
and what I mean by that is, I think we all lived through it. The whole stuff. I don't like the difference between somebody going to the home studio to the stores today to get a Travis Scott and the difference back then in the 90s. You would often spend down to the last penny, and some of us, let's be honest, bet over and got paid for it. But that difference where you're not going to just get 1 or 2 artists a day, you went to go get every artist you could afford. That's how many great artists there was. There was the end of every week, there was classics, And there were classics that you don't even know about that you should. That was the energy because this music was being born. So after that, it's hard to go anywhere you're going. That was the peak of the music at that time.
I miss that about hip hop. Instead of
individuality.
Wait, hold real quick. Smoke Dio, man. When I used to go I went to Stenford before, but every time I used to come home from the military, boy Smoke and me would ride down to Stenford.
Shout out to Daryl. Shout out to Daryl. My CD was still up in there.
That was a CD.
1, 2, and 3.
So Smoke was VIP in there. You know what I'm saying? I go in there with him. He was VIP. You know what I'm saying? So. But that's what hip hop is missing today. They're missing that. They're missing that.
Walk with me. I think what made the 90s so dope, and you know what I'm saying, it's just the way we consume the music. You see what I'm saying? Hip hop was something new. It was still a niche thing. You see what I'm saying? So this is like we talked to younger gentlemen, and I was like, yo, we used to buy everything. You know what I'm saying? This like yo, dog, but we weeded it out. Dog, we listened to the Fat Boys and all that shit, but we weeded all of that stuff out. But because this is something that we liked, this is something that nobody can get access to. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted to set it first, and we found that you had to. This was like a secret society because you had to be in the know. For where we live at, they know what about it. If he wasn't like, and again,
it was like the holy grail in the music.
Our brother Zal, Zal is outspoken. Like he's still not as outspoken. You gotta know Kyle to really fuck with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna go out there and say I got mixtapes and shit like that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The norm is the norm.
He knows it. He knows his shit.
But the thing is, we were such heads driving, getting that shit. You see what I'm saying? But I think now music is so disposable. You can just go anywhere. You see what I'm saying? So when you get these gentlemen, so that's why when you look at the numbers, how if we go by our group, you see what I'm saying? That's our analytics we're dealing with. If you look at the numbers, these are the people that went out and searched for the music. The other people, when you go up, it's so accessible to them. They don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have that access.
They have to make it
to be a fan, like to be music. You understand what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
To be the part of this shit, you had to go out and be and get it. But now everything's on your computer and it's like bum bum bum. Everything's so disposable.
They sent virtual salesmen to you basically because it's not as good music. See, it didn't have to be as accessible. You went out to one place to get it. And when you got there wasn't nothing. You wanted to buy the whole store in the 90s.
Yes.
You understand?
Mm-hmm. The whole shit.
Not one album you didn't want to put down. And on every album in there was 90%. If it was a 30 track,
go straight right
you wanted 28.
Alphabetical order.
Reversible tape decks. So you didn't have to do nothing. It would switch over and go the other way.
Oh, man, it's
everything on there.
Let's not get it messed up, Smoke. I've been to my shops.
This is the area to show you the
that's what I'm saying.
Alphabetical order in there, like he's saying.
Hold on, let me back up because I don't want to slight errors. But that's why I said, what's crazy about the 90s is hip-hop was an explosion. And you got to see the ascension of it. Because it wasn't nothing like everything. You look around the culture, the music, everything exploded. And then on the scene were all these artists, from music to rock and roll to our music, since we're sticking to it. And every artist in it was like from KMD to the Fat Boys, from every type, basically the
Onyx,
time music down to the gangster music that also had its responsible limit. So when it was born, it was about us just giving the art and the music. So that's why I said at that time it was really the energy of individuality, because you had a bunch of different people, flavors of people that gave you your music, they gave you your truth, your connection to them. And then after that, it started to come about individuals. And that's why I think the music has descended, Because
Yeah,
this
it's
music was
definitely-
about the
it's
music
more
reaching
accessible.
people. It wasn't about how you wanted to reach the people. They started to do too much. You feel
Listen,
me?
it was
Let the music be your guide, and they started to guide the
Cool.
music.
there's no doubt that it was the 90s for me. You know what I mean? It's a more versatile. It was more versatile in the 90s. Period. You know what I mean? There was more styles. It wasn't just your chorus, 2 hooks, back to a chorus, 2 hooks. You know what I mean? Even though that is what paved the way for this new stuff now. You understand it? But it was more versatile. You heard more Busta Rhymes. You heard more different styles. You heard more different flow. With people speeding up their flow, slowing it down. You know what I mean? People were playing with torquing it to their. I can make it mine though.
Any way I want.
Right, I can make it mine. I can put a stamp on this.
Yes. That's why I feel like that's why the 90s is what it is because they birthed all that.
Right.
Like everything you hear now, even though it's you know what I mean, it's more, it's a little different, but it was all created in the 90s.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you think about it, you had like Bugs and 666, they had that melody already. You know what I mean? They was already doing the melodies and harmonizing shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about now, a lot of it. But then like it was like when you said before, it wasn't the hip hop. The 90s created the structure.
Yeah,
right?
they took
The 90s created the
That's the
structure
foundation.
where you can build off of
And the
it.
70s
So many
is that-
different ways to go with it. You
The
can
70s
build off
and
of
that
it.
is the foundation. We can't disrespect guys like Kaz.
No
doubt.
But when the
They're
90s,
the building
I
blocks.
said when Kane and them came through, we're talking. All right, let's do this one. It's the difference when the ringers, when Sammy Davis Jr. and then when Marvin Gaye and all them dudes came in and started singing. Oh, you gonna have to get on your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When Michael Jackson came through and the Jackson, you're gonna have to get on your shit. All this little.
Yeah.
This little shuck and jive, you gonna have to sing.
Yes.
So it's like, hey, we respect you because, like Michael Jackson said, I watched Sammy Davis Jr. I watched James Brown. Just like the guy in the 90s, we watched the Grandmaster Cazes. We seen the Sugar Hair Gang. We seen Kumo D. Seen your man, LL. You know what I'm saying? Because LL was one of those guys.
He's an icon.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take it, put some fucking respect on his name.
Yeah.
And we will do something about this later.
He's an
while
icon.
Right, they don't put respect on L's name, but we'll save this for another show. But other people just took it and said, you know what? This is what we're going to do. We're going to take it and do this with it. And they did it. So this is in the 90s.
Yeah.
Now I can open it up and say somebody else did the same thing that the East Coast did. Down south. Because what the down south did, they said, oh man, y'all country. Y'all this, y'all that. They said, fine. We're just going to sit down here, do our own thing. Because you understand, New York, you're just New York.
But that happened in the 90s though.
Yeah.
That happened in the 90s.
But see, you got to understand, in the 90s, they birthed Southern hip hop.
Yes, that's what I'm
You
saying.
understand?
But that's what I mean.
So snubbing those guys,
Yes.
they were birthing Southern hip hop. Because these guys are trying to get played, and it's like, okay, then they were forced into the grind. That's why you got so many independent artists, because they were forced into the grind. And now you look at it reversed. Goes back to the Jay-Z Nas thing. New York rappers want to sound like down south. It is what it is.
I just want to say this, because I didn't want to be, prejudicial to the younger generation. The 90s was an explosion, because after that, what they did is it became more rigid. Once they saw what the music was and the way it could be, they started now channeling the type of artists that they wanted. And that's why it's not fair to say, because the younger generation now is more, I think they lost confidence. Because to Paco's point, when he said they played with the music, right? That comes from confidence that you could do whatever you want. The Muhammad Ali it is. This generation, they're praying to make the standard for that #1 hit. So They're too afraid to go outside. And a lot of them don't have the confidence, which tells you that's just fine, but you can't compare yourself to the greats. Because if you ain't got the confidence to show that you can go in and off beat, on time, 30 seconds, 4 seconds, play with this, then don't say you can stand with the ones that did and get to the point that you can to match him out. Point blank.
Okay, y'all make a call. We'll close it out before we get the last song. Y'all want to do this song's a hip hop.
Let the guess.
What you want to do, Chuck? Hip hop crews are the best diss song. It's either going to be the best hip hop crews and hip hop. Okay, boom. Alright, let's get it.
Yes, it is.
The diss songs. Okay. It's Jada Kiss. Dissing E. Siegel. You know what I'm saying? The second, Against All Odds, with Tupac. The other one was Beanie Siegel against Jada Kiss. And the last one was Mobb Deep, Drop a Gem on it. And I think people, if y'all don't know, if y'all listen to Mobb Deep, Drop a Gem on it, that is a diss to Tupac. If y'all listen to it, you know what I'm saying? It's a diss to Tupac. It's you know what I'm saying? They didn't really put it out there because they made it before he died, but he died. So, but they still put it on an album though. Right. But Mobb Deep got 0 votes. Beanie Siegel got 2 votes. It's his shot at Jada Kiss, which I thought was a better song. I ain't gonna lie. Wow. I didn't like Jada's beat.
Wow.
Against All Odds, Tupac got 3 votes, and Jada Kiss wins against the Beanie. And I'm gonna say it like this: I like the Beanie shit better than Jada Kiss's diss because I didn't like Jada Kiss's choice of beat. That
can somebody Google the original results of who was the choice back then?
No.
Of Beanie and Jada.
Sir. Respectfully, we're going in our slide through group. We're not dealing with other stats.
I just thought that was interesting because we were discussing hip hop.
Our thing is dealing with the slide through group.
I saw that.
I apologize.
I
punch you.
I thought that
I'm saying don't make me fucking Chris Rock you on this goddamn fucking
hey.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you dead wrong, dog. You dead wrong, dog.
Get the ratings up. Oh no, not the end. Quick, give me the arc. Give me the arc. No, it's the arc. Give me the arc.
God damn it.
Hold on.
Yes.
Oh, the open hand dip.
Set up.
I'm gonna be like,
Open hand.
Not at all.
you got it.
You got the arc.
You got me in the back like, with my flies all up like.
That's all arc.
Was that predetermined?
No. Okay. Let's go ahead and cook on it because my thing is this. I would have probably voted. I ain't even gonna lie. I probably would have voted against All Odds in this thing with Tupac. It was more scathing to me than all the other songs. But Jada Kiss won. You know what I'm saying? According to our slide through group. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't like. I thought Jada Kiss
got him more.
I did too.
Man.
I thought
I'm a Jada guy, man. But
I didn't like the beat. You know what I'm saying? I thought Beans got him. But we gotta go to the slide through group. Who'd you pick on that, Rocky? Did you vote on it? I don't know.
I'm not sure if I did or if I did.
Okay, but let me name them again. It was the Jada Kiss diss against Beanie Siegel, against All Odds.
It's two come down to Beanie and Jada.
Okay.
He ain't even thinking about that.
Yeah.
I already know, Paco. He ain't even thinking about the other ones.
Listen, I'm gonna have to go with Jada.
Oh man!
You know what? The music selection, I kind of, but it's still what. Yo, he is killing that shit, though. He made that beat more so than the beat made him.
So you're saying that basically
it was good.
He took the beat and made it his. That's your angle of it. You know what I'm saying? What do you say, Chucky Blaze?
He murdered him. bar for bar, all through. Needed.
Hold on though. Give me your pick out of the list though.
I
You got Jadakiss,
obviously.
Tupac.
Right. Listen,
We already know.
and this is because this is one of the things. Like I got both songs on my thing now. Beanie, just he bar for bar, murdered. Like he went straight through Big Bully style, and it was a challenger coming at the king because Jada was established. Beanie was a freshman coming in the game, and he outdid. He just said, "I'm coming in the ring, bang, 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 all the way through." You tell me where he missed in any 16 sequence. If this man wasn't going
that's the only thing Jada I can say Jada lost.
for 16, and that's why Jada brought that little party beat, because he tried to do what the Lions boy did in Empire. He tried to make it about entertainment, because Beans hit body blows, face shots for 16s, and Jada tried to dance beat.
Well,
Nice
at the end of the day,
Yellow.
slide through group. Jadakiss, hit the bell for the slide through group. Thanks for everybody. Hit the bell. Hit the bell. Okay, guys. Before we go on to slippers, I forgot. Remember that sleepers? Damn, I gotta edit that out. Last song. You know what we gotta do. We gotta walk through the garden. When you walk through the garden, that's the song y'all know what's it. You gotta watch your back. Wire season 1, episode 5. What is the pager? That's what the episode is called. The pager.
Yes.
Chris Klay, talk to me. We'll talk back, sir.
Man. So, they finally got that wire tap. You know what I mean? They finally got the beeper.
Let me interject something real quick. We watched the show, right? I'm gonna say it like this. We watched how it started off with Avon with the chick, and he's feeling something that we know. Remember, he was like, "Man, change my number. Yo, do this. Yo." And dude was like, "You stressing? Yo." But it's like it's almost like he got a feeling that he don't even know that they on him. He doesn't know what we know.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But he got that feeling like, man, they on me. You see what I'm saying?
You talking about Avon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts the series off that way. He's paranoid.
Yeah. But see, he doesn't know what we know.
Right.
So his
just feeling
street instinct is kicking in like,
He's feeling
they on me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's peeking out the window, all that.
Windows.
Yeah.
I'm peeping out windows.
Got your man rolling back at these people that's standing on the corner you don't know. Yeah.
So it's like he's seeing what they're doing, but he doesn't know, because we're watching the show, obviously.
Right.
So he doesn't know that they're on him. But that's why I looked at him like, dog, his street instinct is kicked in. The energy kicked in, like they on. I don't know what's going on, but I need to have my guard up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you see when he pulled up to the payphone, he's like, "No, I ain't using that payphone. I used it yesterday."
Yeah. And that's when we said, you tripping.
And mind you, this is after the stuff went down in the pit.
Yeah.
That raid.
Yeah.
So that put a red flag up to him. He's on alert.
Yeah.
He's noited. He knows somebody within his circle. He's noited. He don't know who to trust.
About that pit.
He don't know who to trust but his second man.
String.
Hey.
To be quite honest, that's the only man he trusts.
And string tight. I mean, so far straight tight. You know.
That's his mouthpiece.
Yeah, he tight. You know what I mean? But that's just getting thorough, man.
That's what you bet you on that
Like I said,
How about this though? Naughty's selling bodies. And they want him to come home. And
they want him
like,
back.
Man.
They want him back.
He's like,
He lives the fucking job. He's doing both jobs.
and the thing
you know what I
is,
mean?
we
He
didn't.
about to spend it all day.
They wanted him to leave the drug
Hey,
enforcement,
man.
whatever thing that he's doing right now, and wants him to come home.
Chris didn't get a chance, but Chris, all I'm gonna do is this to you. And watch that shirt that's on.
He's tapping at the window.
Yes.
He solved it.
But that's what I said though. Like they already they put him on the case.
Yeah.
On
They
that
don't
case,
want him
that
to
was
do with
crazy.
it.
No, he didn't even like. You know,
It ain't gonna connect.
Boom.
He's saying he didn't even have time for that.
But that was the same time. Remember, he was telling them the story.
Yeah.
Got her attention. She looked.
Yes. And girly though.
But they wanted to see the girl,
Girly
and she
wide
opened it up wide open and said, "Yeah, she was supposed to see this dude D."
And now they connected that body to a couple other bodies because the bullet that they pulled ties it to a couple other bodies.
Look, but you're seeing how everything is just falling. Like certain things happen and it just connects. You see what I'm saying?
And McNulty don't let no stone go and bro. He's turning every stone.
But what about your boy?
Now they starting to get. Hey, they all starting to jump board though.
Yeah, they're fucking now.
It's like he's Tom Brady.
Yeah, they're fucking with Ronaldo.
Listen, what about your boy Omar? He strikes again.
Omar striking.
Hits one of Avon's safe houses.
But they
Hits him up. Oh, me?
I don't like it. And Bob said, "Yo, I was doing this to get you." No.
What are you really doing it for? Yeah, I got him thinking. What are you really doing this
So
for? You
Bob
told me
did
this
all
is
that
how it
shit,
is.
thinking when he was doing all that red hat shit, thinking he was. Dude ain't even with it like
part of
dude.
the game.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is
You
what it
told
is.
me that.
I'm supposed to get beat.
Yeah, I'll take his ass whooping. I ain't with that, dog.
Yeah, what are you doing it for?
Did you ask me first? You know what I mean?
You ain't doing me no favor.
White guy, dude.
Bub's
Dude,
on his own mission.
dude stood tall. I salute the white guy. Like, dog, I didn't ask you. This is the game. Right. Game is the game. I tried to rob him. I get my ass beat. Mm-hmm. I'll try to get him again tomorrow. This is the game. You know what I'm saying? This is the game. And I taught this from you. And he's like, oh, man. No, I didn't ask you that.
Yeah.
And Bubs, that one thing. See, you gotta understand there's certain little nuances. And that's another thing with Orlando, the club owner coming in deep. Hey man, I'm just a front. They probably gonna try to do some side shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's heating up.
Yeah, it is.
It's heating up. We got two up
You know what I mean?
It's gonna be Jay-Z.
Yeah, it might be.
Hard Knock Life.
No, I listened to the show last week. I just felt like I needed to play this song for you guys.
Okay, Jay-Z. Hold on.
Okay, Christian.
I knew it was. I knew it was. Look, I called it.
Yeah, you did.
I said it's gonna be Jay-Z.
Yeah, you did.
Put it together.
I rock hoes, y'all rock fellas.
And now y'all trying to take
My
my
spot, fellas.
Phillies hot rock fellas. Put you in a dry spot, fellas. In a time box with 9 shots from my Glock, fellas. Foxy got you hot cause you kept your face up once. What you think you get
Girls now, cause of your looks, Negro, please.
You know mustache having the whiskers like a rat compared to beans, you whack. And your man sat under me, you take the
He said
blame.
Beans was better than him.
And it came to earth to big and
It wasn't the Beans,
on
you
your
whack.
own shit, you a dick riding faggot.
You love the attention.
Queens niggas run you niggas, ask Russell
Simmons.
ROC,
Get gunned up and clap quick.
JJ Evans,
Get gunned up and clap quick.
your whole damn record label.
Gunned up and clap quick.
Sean Carter to Jay-Z, Daniel on Jazz Dick. So little shorties get gunned up and clap quick. How much
He said even to the burners, then they take gun up, you last way my classics. Don't turn this shit up straight shit.
Nigga, just ask Kris.
Don't turn this shit up. Gunned up with classics.
I was going to do Common, but I want Beans. I want Beans.
Beans is nice.
I want that one.
Yeah. What you got? Is that your shit?
I like Beans.
Yeah, I want that Beans against yeah. I was going to do Common on Ice Cube. That's where I was going to go, but I want Beans Jada because I want them to understand.
Beanie Siegel Jada kiss this.
The Empire Strikes Back, motherfuckers. Meaning yes, DJ Envy, I'll at your boy. Bang bang, Siegel Street gang, early. Hey yo, they coming at my head.
Coming at a veteran now.
My blood pressure is building. I shoot the hat is on fire this time around. Bleak about to sweet. You just shoot your own nigga. Speculation talk over. Nigga dig this. I'm about to sun kiss like a soda. Make J to the noir. Put his lips on his nine and really kiss the gang goodbye. Really make me hurt you kiss. Spitting candy bars. This nigga sweeter than a Hershey kiss. Got me heat about to work the fifth. Rising off that purple shit. The reverend gotta get a hurt to kiss you. Talk about you rock yourself out. When I see you gon' really wish you knock yourself out. See, need the whole locks to help out. Just me. I don't need the rock to help out. I can tell why style say the ghost of this shit. I can tell in your style right most of your shit. You ain't wine, nigga, most of you bitch. Got me pissed, can't put your dick in your skirt. Bunch of pussy, so I'ma fuck you when I'm lifting your skirt. We can spit it or gun it out. 4/5 and run it out. Tell me, nigga, how you run a route. Living in the bitch, nigga, mother house. I tried to have a little patience, but it's running out. Probably need to blood in your mouth. Knock your brains out, let the doctor remind you what a duck is about. And I'm talking to Jada. And any of y'all motherfucking haters who like it, wanna put down paper. Tell them meet me at any arena. Bring his name, I spark you must start you niggas stiff like the cleaners. Niggas got hit in the gym. In the engines, a pocket in the coupe for the just says the SK right in the chest. Take a long fog at night, and ain't no life after death. Hey yo, P-Pie handle this nigga. I rock the bells like L, I ain't cannabis nigga. Yeah, recess over for you playground niggas. We'll shoot up a ladder, slide down the board. Fuck your monkey ass bars when I'm swinging the floor. End up when I land shots, get buried in the sandbox. Sharks in the water, can't swim in the pool. No snacks after school, and my stomach is full. Gotta bring it to him hard as shit. I take his ball over the fence to let the nigga know who the hardest flex. Was funny, Jason, really think you private too. Everybody like you better have shiny suit. So no matter where you go, I'm a spot you. Double R10, I'm make you lift up, tech me door. Motherfucker, stuck in a stop. I got a rock, they fella. Tell me who you wanna rock. And I can show you how grimy done. I cuff your ass, strip your ass, whip your ass to your mommy. I got the mask, text and the Tommy guns. Live it up the hole, the X out Tommy buzz. We get back what you owe, puff and double your debt. Double that, quadruple the break. Now look what you made me do. Blue, my team on the Marine Blue. 6 cool, speed it out, beat it out, weed it out. Haters, I draw.
Never let off the damn.
Shit, really shit.
Never took this shit off the accelerator.
Finished it and angel dust. Come through and tame your pulse. Say it's a game till your brains get touched. Yeah, nigga, let's clash the cruise. Attitude like Noah Jackson tools. I got 100 days. Rain on you for 100 nights, 100 days. Fuck a million man march, let a million men spark. Got a million men with heart. Yeah, nigga, fuck the beast. Motherfucker can't duck the beast. Who made you stupid ass nigga wanna fuck with me? Come on, dog, it's another verse. I know.
He was back. Let me keep getting this. Let me keep getting this thing.
Damn!
This is bad.
Pop, you sure you picked the right one on that?
Say it like this here, man.
Damn!
I ain't gonna put it.
Hey, Jada's a killer.
I ain't gonna put. It's my shit. I ain't gonna put too much of our business out here. You see what I'm saying? But I'ma say it like this. I left a lot of things out about the deal because a lot of people deal they wouldn't have a piece of Paco. Whereas like if he wouldn't have his shit, they want a piece of his show. If you would start your shit, you have a piece of your show. I stomped that shit out too. You see what I'm saying? Because we did took that deal that if y'all want to do your own thing, that'd have been in your pockets. Your pockets. We do our shit ground up.
Shout to
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
Shout to King's Mind.
We do our shit. We do our shit from the ground up, and we'll ground it up.
And we'll make the slow nickel before the fast quarter.
For sure.
Cause we out the grid. Well, you know I'm with Kanye West, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause we out that grid. This for my kids. I wanna feed my. That was Kanye West off the grid, man.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
I want to give a shout out, man, to my homies. Shout out to Kris, Klay, the safety net. Y'all see how he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Paco, the enforcer.
No doubt.
Loco, and our special guest, Chucky Blaze, Chucky Knuckles. That's my man.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Thanks for sliding through. And make sure, actually at the end of the day, because my brother Chuck, he writes poetry. You know what I'm saying? Which is hard to believe because he looks like 5 fingers of fucking death. You know what I'm saying? But he does write poetry. So can you give people a shout out to where they can get at you from?
Matter of fact, I mean, we know Chuck as
Hold on, real quick. Let him get his poetry.
Wait. Before he does that, I want to, you know what I mean. Before he even gets to that, I want to, you know what I'm saying, because I know Chuck. You know what I'm saying. He's well known in our parts, and I know he'll be back. And
he's gonna do his own thing.
Yeah, I know that. You know what I'm saying. But he's a new Ken Griffer. You know what I'm saying? He got the grip. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He got
very much so.
You know what I mean? And he'll tell you for straight up, like he appreciates the love he gets from the grip.
For sure,
exactly.
And we got big love for that man going way back. So I'm saying next time you come on the show, man, we want to hear some poetry, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hear it.
Again,
that's my man.
Again, going on with this dude, and this is gonna be another one. He'll be back. But everybody knows.
For sure.
Like there's certain things I will not talk about because it's just certain things you don't need to know about. But everybody knows that New Ken and Griff City are cousins. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's certain individuals. You know what I'm saying? That this story or that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the New Ken and Banner Griff, we've been cousins all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because we got too much family in both neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and Chuck has always been a guy that's been the ambassador for the New Ken. You know what I'm saying? When he comes out in our soil, you know what I'm saying? It's always showed respect, never been disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So he's an ambassador of the NKP.
He gets that love.
You know what I'm saying? And he'll be back though.
Oh, we already know.
You know what I'm saying?
We already know.
But he's gonna have his own shit because Chuck, like, he's international with his poetry.
Yeah.
We just don't know that. Like, you know what I'm saying? He writes poetry. But
man, I thank y'all for letting me even come on here. First off,
you snuck up on us. We love it though.
Because I know all you gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? We all got our stories of past, and that's why I say to watch this show for the caliber of men you gentlemen was a pleasure for me. You know what I mean? So it is an honor because I know each one of you and your journey. So to see you doing what you're doing, it was cool for me to be able to sit in the background and watch my man cook. Because when you get in a part of it, you're in it. But you don't get often you won't get a chance to be a fan. Right. So you let your people score as many touchdowns as you can, and you watch that.
Right.
So that was a pleasure for me. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
and the page of poetry is Poetic Thoughts. It's on Facebook, and it has.
You know what? Drop a link in that slide through group.
Please do.
Okay.
Poetic Thoughts.
Poetic Thoughts.
He's gonna drop a link in the slide through group
called Smarten Up or Die Stupid, and that's basically I wrote a series of chapters of education based, like what we do in truth and in our conversations, and subject based, like as if I made a book in college and lesson based on truth in different subjects. So One, it started with the number one, that lie that leads to death. And I showed how the number system has 3 enemy agents of Satan there, 2 at the beginning.
Yeah, he's cool. He's going to different levels.
But
continue to cook.
That's called smarting up and dying stupid. You know what I mean? And that was on. So both of those things, Chuck did a lot of negativity in my past, and I'm trying to do some positivity from hence on. So, you know, from the poetry to smarting up and dying stupid, and you'll see that they said there's in poetic thoughts, but there's a little boy in there. That's my son Camille. So that's the difference between the other poetic thoughts of mine. You'll see a little boy in yellow.
Well, I want you to put your main site in that slide through.
I got
so
you.
We can, you understand, and at the end of the day, drop a poem in there every now and then.
Dude, I just didn't do the slide through because you
See,
know me being
Chuck,
dropping poetry opens it up
my
for
dear
people,
brother, Kris,
and I'm very sensitive.
No,
you know what I mean?
We're artists, Christian shit. We're artist
I take
friendly.
criticism.
We're artist friendly.
Right.
We're
I
artist
know
friendly.
you guys are artist friendly, but I knew it would be a forum for people to take shots because you know slide through with the rap and
nobody
all
gonna
of
be taking
that.
no shots at you, Chuck.
Come on, bro. I got it. So on the Facebook page, it's Poetic Thoughts. So it's just Poetic Thoughts.
Right.
Go ahead.
What it is there's poetry on there, there's measures on there. Basically, I try to write things for the inspiration of my people. I've been there. Whatever situation you can think of, I've been there. I've been in them pits of depression, all of that. I've been through a struggle. I've had a lot of, my journey has been a journey. So I tried to share and play it forward in each part of my journey and share those moments.
Hold on, real quick. Let's do something real quick. Because this is an interview that we can have. We'll afterthought this. Tell these gentlemen how you used to work for Don King and he sparred John Ruiz to get him prepared to fight.
A lot of people, yeah. When I moved to Florida, you know what I'm saying? My girlfriend actually gave me a gig, my baby's mom. She worked for the director of marketing. Her name was Donna Westford. And then she got me the gig. And I used to work for Don King. I was a salesman. And you can let them tell you, you know what I mean? But he had a ringer. And the fight that I was selling was Johnny Ruiz first, Roy Jones Jr. And Johnny Ruiz is from Massachusetts. And his manager is Stoney. And it's funny because Stoney is like Rocky's manager, Mickey. It's crazy. And they were from Mass. It was like a living representation, bro. It was one of the experiences of my life. And the problem was when he fought Roy Jones, he couldn't find somebody with the speed of Roy Jones Jr.
So you sparred him?
He sparred John Ruiz to get him prepared for
Johnny Ruiz.
To get him prepared for Roy Jones.
Hold on. I got questions. How was it?
Did you tap on him or
Yeah.
what? Did you tap on him?
Did you put them Charlie Knuckles on him? No. Wait. Chucky.
My man smoked for
I never knew that.
I did this for years.
All the stories.
I never knew that one.
No, I did this for years.
That's the whole point.
I never knew
How
that.
long did I know you did not know that?
No, I did this for years. Hey, Kris, I was going to use this on a button. Oh, don't worry about that.
Okay.
I was going to use this information on the button. I knew this for years.
Right.
I knew this information for over damn near a decade. You know what I mean? He's
We gotta
smart.
postpone this because I got
I left in 2006,
We'll do it.
guys.
I'll do the clip and we'll do it.
It's 2000
Let him cook for it.
22. And I left Florida in 2006. And I was working on because it was my second job. Florida was a hell, yo.
What part of Florida?
Well, first Pompano, and then our first apartment was in Boca.
And your woman at the time was working with Don King, and
She was working for Donna Westford and marketing. She's the one that got me the job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I said,
Man, fuck that. I want to know what happened when you and Ruiz, man.
Yeah.
So So hey,
let's get to the phone.
Yeah, let's talk, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a professional
The funny
boxer.
thing is,
that's a professional
boxer. That's the question I'm gonna leave as a teaser, but it's really not one.
No, you gotta give us. You gotta give
I ain't never lost.
I've been over 300 fights.
Hold on, hold on. Again, wasn't they gonna put you in a position?
I could have worked, and I was offered. I could have been working for Don King's son, who was running the company.
Don King.
At the time, it was like 2001, 2002. 501 line, Deerfield Beach. I used to, at the time, I was living in Coconut Creek right up the road.
No.
We're staying.
No.
There. I could have.
What the fuck happened between you and Joe Reed in the goddamn room?
I was 29 years old.
No.
And I was listen, I was 29 years old. I've never boxed before. I've only been a street fighter. I could have at that time.
You held your own.
They asked me if I wanted to box. So you think about how much time you have to put in a boxer. You're considered over the hill at 30. But what they saw, they wanted to sign me at 29 years old to be a boxer for Don King Productions at 29 years old. Putting that time and energy, meaning you're not even realistically going to see me in the ring professionally till at least 35.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Being that I have no amateur experience, I'd have to do some fighting. But
so
they were willing.
So just to put it in perspective, you're not up here saying, "Oh, I was out there and I knocked Ruiz out and they wanted to sign me and put me in the ring." You're saying they were telling you by watching you spar with Ruiz, they seen some natural talent in you, and they thought we could sign you and you could maybe do something, have a little bit of a career. And like you said, you might not know professionally you might have had some fights, but if you were successful, no one even would have known who you was until you was 35. I like that.
But I'm saying that they were willing to take the opportunity
because they seen something.
Right.
They seen something.
And that's not normal.
No.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
And so that goes to my baby's mom for putting that opportunity in the air for me.
Hey,
so,
man.
But
shout out to that, man. He's for that's big shit right there.
But that goes to what I represent.
He ain't missing no tooth or nothing like that. So
I'm always
proud
of where I came from because we have that here.
Right.
In the ability to excel, what I do came from people like Ivan and Ricardo.
My cousin Ivan.
Like, we've always, to the Chippers and the Tommies, like
Tommy Pippen.
We've always had excelling, even in rapping. You know, shout out to Javier and the Divine Misfits, first top rap group in Pittsburgh, to first all around in this area.
Smoked off.
My dude smoked off out
we see what you're saying.
Like in this area, we've always had people that they superseded in talent and ability, and then
Sky Moore.
Sky Moore. You know what I'm saying? And you could go down the line, and I hope not to move, because any one of the people mentioned are of the same line and are representative of the ones that came before that did it, that did nothing, or that people didn't know. The known names represent the unknown names for me. You feel me? And you'll never know all the known. But that's why I'm waiting for the next person to step out, because birds of a feather flock together, brother. And you know, brothers have a lot of ability, man. And we wouldn't know it.
We will have you back for sure. You know what I'm saying? And again, I want to give a shout out to my co-host, Kris Klay, Safety. Kris Palmalo. And Rocky, the Enforcer.
Yeah.
And we're going to see y'all again. Same bad time. Same bad channel. Next week. Slide for hit that bell. Another one that came. And we didn't even hit everything. That was a good show.
About to go to the crib too, man.
I'm going to the bar.
He said I'm going to the bar.
And you're going to take me.
Where you
Chris
going,
Clay.
Mike?
One of y'all niggas
I can
come
drop
to the
you
bar.
off.
Oh yeah, once you drop me off, y'all know I'm
Keep me
good.
on your side till we go to eat.
I'm good.
Was that low? Yeah, we're
Slow.
supposed to go.
Listen, you
I
know,
remember
that's what I always thought about.
Hey,
I definitely
yo.
wanted